Welcome to the Align Life podcast by yours truly, Dr. Tiffany. How about we get out that magnifying glass and look at every part of your life, the awesome, the suck, and everything in between. There's so much beauty in you. Stop being afraid of what isn't good enough and let's double down on what is together. It's about your truth and your life, aligned. Hello, friends. This is an exciting episode, one that seems like it was maybe born overnight, but it has taken years to get to this point. I am officially changing the name and launching the Align Life podcast by Dr. Tiffany. And this is the first episode. This is the one that I get to share a little bit about how I got to this place, because sometimes it's easy to see the end game, the accomplishment, the finality, the period at the end of the sentence, and think that it was easy, right? We look at people, we're like, oh, if I would have only just decided to invest in this, or started this business when I thought to, or married that dude. Whatever it is a long game. And it's a game of highs and lows. It's a game of evolution, and it's a game of expansion. And I would say it's been the last 10 years for sure, very actively working on what could this look like the last 2 years. And I started doing workshops, and I started putting just a few things out there to see if anyone's interested, because I had no idea. Most anyone who felt a difference in my adjustment wanted more access, or more mindset conversations, or more intuitive means. Like, how do I feel that? Like, why can't I feel that? Kind of like just wanted me in their back pocket a little bit. And it's taken a long time to realize that was just it's been years of refining more of who I am and what I know my gifts are. And so now it looks like it's all coming together fast, because it's like the finish work in a house, right? Well, the amount of time that it takes to build that house, to get the footings, to get a strong foundation, is years. And not only years in terms of the ideas, but years in terms of your soul changing. I don't know if that makes any sense, but if you've ever felt it, you know it makes sense. It's like there's a piece of patience that is required to happen as you start to evolve into what you knew you were put on this earth to do. And I was chosen to be a chiropractor. I was chosen to help people heal, not only their bodies, but their minds. And I was chosen to do that as I relate well with people. I read people well. I can communicate easily with people, and that all helps build trust and rapport. And when I realized that, I knew that the sky was the limit, because we need hope. We need to be around people who believe in us. We need to be in situations that we see possibilities and opportunity, and not failures, ever. And I realized that was my genius in chiropractic. And then I thought, man, what about the people who don't live close in Fargo, North Dakota? What about the people who have had a bad experience with chiropractic? Or what about people who have no freaking clue what it even could be? They are not going to likely walk through my doors. And so I started thinking, feeling. Well, I thought a lot right away, but eventually it became feeling. How can I create something that people can access wherever they are? If they're across the world, if they commute every day, all day, if they're a kid, like, how can I make what I know and what I feel into something that people can access, even if they aren't in my four walls. And that's what I've done. I started this podcast last fall, and I knew it was going to evolve, but I knew I needed to start it. I needed a period at the end of a sentence. I needed the period to say, you did it, Tiff. You did it. Now let's just see where this can go. And that builds confidence. That builds certainty. The problem many times is that we don't ever start. We're so scared to start. And if we start, we're not sure what it'll look like. We're so concerned, or we fear that unknown about what's going to happen. What is it going to look like in 3 months and 6 months and 12 months? And eventually you start to say, fuck it. I don't know, but this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to trust that I will know, and I will feel it. And so here we are, branding Dr. Tiffany Johnson, the Aligned Life and Healing Touch Chiropractic. One is the hands-on chiropractic within my four walls, and the other is not needing to be hands-on. I call it the hands-free adjustment because I think that's kind of cool, but most people have no idea what that would mean either. If they've been adjusted, they totally know what that means. This will give you more access to me, more access to learn in little bits whenever you want to learn in little bits. It will not require you to be local. You can learn from your computer. And in my experience as a busy entrepreneurial woman and mom, I need access in different ways, as do you. This is all about being better, being more aligned, living more in how you know you are meant to live instead of how you think you might want to live. Because when we have the perspective that we were created, we were put on this earth with an agenda, what's the word? Something, basically, we have it all, and we're meant to go get it. Going to get it requires letting go. It requires surrendering. It requires vulnerability. But everything is there. It's the courage, the awareness, the confidence to go get it. So there's bite-sized pieces. I have the Aligned Life membership. That is a bite-sized piece given to you monthly. You get video training, you get video workbook, yoga, meditation. Yoga and meditation, affirmations, journaling, all those are meant to become more aware of who you are and what you feel. That's why they're included in every module. Many times we think we're too busy, and innately that's not what your heart is telling you to do. Your heart is telling you to focus on you, to be better, to constantly make progress towards something, to not feel guilt or fear. It's your soul is either in a state of beauty or suffering. And I want you to see beauty. I want you to have a poke of suffering. It's that nudge, right? That like, oh my gosh, is this actually happening again? Whatever that redirect is, that's what I want to lay out so you can see it. I'm excited to offer more ways to do that. Through memberships, courses, group coaching, mentoring, masterminds, who knows what else is going to pop up. But I know that you're going to drive the bus for me. You're going to be the one to walk through this with me, and what you need is what I will create. What we need is a community. We need a community of love, of joy, of abundance. And those people who I'm looking at are women. They're entrepreneurial women. They're moms. They're whatever you need to be, but we need to come together. And we need to come together to accomplish something great together, to lift each other up. And never settle for mediocre. Being content with where you're at is much different than allowing mediocre to take over. Where do you need to expand, to up level? Where do you need to commit? Where in your life do you need a period at the end of that sentence instead of a comma, instead of ... to be continued? That's what I can help with. I can help with that mindset. How do you shift that mindset? How do you listen to your gut when that mind is going freaking bananas and that hamster wheel is just spinning? How do you have someone in your back pocket that you can be like, oh yeah, there's the reminder from Tiff. Don't take it so freaking personal. Whatever it is, we need a community. We need a community to stand with, to stand around, and we need the foundation to be built. That foundation is you. It's being aware of yourself and how you feel. It's feeling what is aligned and what isn't. It's having the confidence, self-esteem, self-worth to know you're good enough, that you deserve awesome, amazing things in your life, in your relationships, in your work, in your purpose. So I can't wait. I cannot wait to see how this evolves, how you evolve, and how you help me evolve so that I can continue to help more people, to be a reminder that you have everything you freaking need. You need to let go of what you don't need. And sometimes, most of the time, that's the most difficult. So stay tuned. Lots of amazing things coming. I don't really know what they are, but once again, I started this trusting everything. And when things are really uncomfortable and I felt like I was in quicksand and I was in the muck, I just kept going. And it's difficult sometimes, but I just kept going. I know this is what brings me joy. Just like working with somebody in my office, witnessing a miracle, seeing the hope in their eyes, seeing a sparkle instead of the look of death. Like that is transformative. And with my mission of transforming lives, this is another way that I can do it. And I can do it even if you don't live here. Even if you don't know me, there's ways that you can find me now. We're on social. Website is drtiffanyjohnson.com. Stay tuned for the Align Life membership. Stay tuned for upcoming courses, group coaching, mentoring, masterminds, and like I said earlier, who knows what else. I am so thankful for you. I'm thankful you believed in me because my gifts were initially honed or realized in chiropractic. I logically, consciously realized what I can help people with, what I'm capable of. And I know that that's one of my missions, is to help people just like I know my mission now is to continue to help you moving through the same quicksand and the same yucky, sticky stuff. But it's always worth it. There's always a rainbow. Maybe not the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, but there's always the rainbow. There's always the rainbow after the rain. And I'm so excited to say that I now can work in and on that mindset in your heart, in your gut, and what you believe about you as a wife, as a mom, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur. I can help you become more of what you're destined to be. Stay tuned, and I love you so much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you for listening and following the Align Life podcast with Dr. Tiffany. If you love this and can think of anyone who needs to hear about it, would you mind sharing with them? Find me online at drtiffanyjohnson.com, where you can find out more about my memberships, courses, mentoring, and any upcoming events. To learn more about chiropractic for you and your family, go to htchiro.com and follow our social pages. I can't wait to connect with you soon, and until then, be you, be aligned.